All right, let's dive into UK business and finance today.
Sounds good.
We've got a stack of articles here from Business and Accountancy Daily, all from October 16th, 2024, ready to dig in.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're on a mission today. We're going to find those hidden nuggets of information, those things that'll make you the most interesting person at your next office meeting.
I like it. And, speaking of office intrigue, the first article is all about some major shakeups. We're talking about Grant Thornton.
Grant Thornton, okay.
Yeah, the UK's sixth largest accounting firm. And they might be ditching their partnership model.
Whoa, really? What's going on there?
Private equity, my friend.
Yeah.
Think players like Cinven, EQT, New Mountain Capital, they're all sniffing around Grant Thornton.
So they want a piece of the pie.
Exactly. They see an opportunity. Grant Thornton's got some interesting technologies, untapped markets, the works.
So it's more than it's money on the line.
Oh, absolutely. This is about strategic advantage. If one of these deals goes through, the whole industry could feel the ripple effects.
It's like a domino effect.
Exactly. And it's not just Grant Thornton. We've got RSM UK merging with RSM US, and then there's Mazars and Forvis joining forces.
It seems like everyone's partnering up, like a big accounting swear dance or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And, this consolidation trend, it's all about gaining a competitive edge. They want access to new tech, new markets, maybe even streamlining operations.
Yeah, but is bigger always better? I mean, does it compromise the firm's culture, its values?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
And let's be honest, not all private equity firms are created equal, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Some have a reputation for shaking things up, not always for the best.
So it's a gamble, kind of a high-stakes game of chess.
Exactly. And, that's something to think about, even outside of accounting. Are you seeing this consolidation trend in your own industry?
It's a question worth asking, because how it impacts the way businesses operate, how they compete, it's fascinating.
Absolutely.
Now, while we're on the topic of high stakes, let's talk about HMRC.
Oh boy, they don't mess around.
No, they don't. And it looks like they're really cracking down on tax avoidance.
It's a good time. There's this case, a Belgravia mansion. The owners tried to lowball the value, you see.
Wait, in Belgravia? You mean one of those massive, gorgeous places?
Yep. 5 bedrooms, 4 stories, the whole 9 yards.
And they thought they could get away with that.
Well, HMRC wasn't buying it. They challenged the valuation, pushed it up a few million, boom, higher tax bracket.
Ouch. That's gotta hurt.
HMRC walked away with an extra £55,000. They're sending a message.
Yeah, don't mess with HMRC.
No, you don't. But it's not just about mansions and offshore accounts. They're cracking down on those tax refund spam texts, too.
Oh, those things drive me crazy. Promising you thousands back, just click here.
Right, and HMRC is on it. They just hit a company, Quick Tax Claims, with a £120,000 fine.
Wow, they mean business.
Yeah, hefty fine. HMRC's not messing around.
No, they're not. But hey, speaking of big money, the Chancellor's been busy trying to attract investments. Did you see that International Investment Summit?
$63 billion.
£63 billion. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's got to be good news, right? For small businesses, startups, the whole shebang.
Oh, it's promising. Shows confidence in the UK market.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's always a but.
There's always a catch.
Right, like those rumors about national insurance hikes.
See? Giveth with one hand.
Taketh with the other.
Exactly. So then you start to wonder, will those investments really trickle down? Reach those small businesses, or will they just be swallowed up by higher costs?
It's a valid concern. But here's a curveball for you. Amidst all this, some investors are pushing for something interesting. Voluntary adoption of, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
ISSB sustainability standards.
Okay, you're going to have to refresh my memory on that one. ISSB.
Right. So the International Sustainability Standards Board, basically they set the rules or how companies report their environmental and social impact. The interesting thing is, investors are pushing for this even though it's not mandatory in the UK yet.
So they're saying, hey, we care about this even if the government doesn't require it yet.
Exactly. They're putting their money where their mouth is. It's a big deal.
It really is. So it's not just about profits anymore. It's about
sustainability.
The whole package.
Precisely. They're looking at the long-term impact, the environment, social responsibility, all of it.
It's like they're saying, show us you're not going to be part of the problem.
And we'll invest.
And we'll talk. Now, on a slightly different note, did you catch that inflation figure?
1.7.
1.7, that's a pretty big drop.
Does that mean things are looking up?
It's definitely a good sign. The Bank of England's efforts to cool things down might be working.
So what does that mean for regular people like me? Cheaper groceries?
Well, it could mean your money goes a bit further.
All right, I'll take.
But for businesses, it's a balancing act.
How so?
Well, Lower inflation can boost consumer spending, which is great. But it also means businesses might feel pressure to keep prices down to stay competitive.
So it's a win-win for consumers, but businesses have to.
Probably roll with the punches. Yeah, got to stay agile. So we've got this lower inflation, but also all these other forces at play. It makes you wonder, what's next for UK business? Any predictions?
Well, it's definitely a fascinating time. I mean, you've got this wave of consolidation, right? Companies merging, trying to stay ahead of the game.
Right?
Then you've got HMRC keeping everyone on their toes, making sure the rules are being followed. And then this whole sustainability push. Investors really putting their money where their mouth is.
It's like a three-ring circus out there.
It really is.
Yeah.
But, it's all connected. Take sustainability, for example. That push is driving innovation, creating whole new markets. And what happens, investors see an opportunity, and boom, more investment, more growth.
Well, it's like a domino effect.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to stay informed, to see the big picture.
Because it's not just about business, it's about understanding the forces shaping our world.
Precisely. No matter what you do, these changes, they have a ripple effect.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive here, what do you think? How do you see these trends playing out in your own world?
It's a good question to think about. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand what's happening, the better decisions you can make.
Well said. And who knows, maybe the next big idea is out there, waiting for someone like you to connect the dots.
Exactly. Keep your eyes open and stay curious.
I love it. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, remember, the future is waiting to be shaped.